Dear students and friends, Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Nadeem Academy. So we are done with the demand chapter in our previous videos. Today we'll begin with the supply. So before going in detail regarding the supply, we need to understand what does it mean by stock. So what is stock? It is the quantity of a commodity which is in the custody of the seller. So it is considered to be the potential supply. And stock totally depends on production. Why? Because when a producer, a seller is going to produce something, he or she is going to produce in extra quantity. So that will be in the warehouses for stock, and that will be presented in the near future whenever it is required in the market. And what is supply? Supply actually is the quantity of a commodity offered for sale at a given price and at a given time and place. That is supply. It means which is offered for sale by the seller in the market in a particular price and time place. So it is considered as supply. Well, supply depends on the stock. Stock depends on productivity. If there is productivity, the products are produced, that is present in the warehouse. Once it is required in the market, you'll use your transportation and get it into the market. So supply depends on stock. Next, we need to understand is law of supply. So what is the statement of law of supply? Statement says that keeping other things constant, if price increases, quantity supply also increases. So what sort of relationship is this? Positive relationship between two variables. Number one, price. Number two, supply. So price increases, supply increases. Price decreases, supply decreases. So there is positive relationship between both of these variables. My dear friends, now we need to understand what are the determinants of law of supply. So the first determinant is cost, or it is also considered to be the assumption. The cost of production need to be constant in order to increase the supply. For example, if the cost increases, then cost of production means the prices of the raw materials. If that increase, then the producer won't be able to produce more. So costs need to remain same or constant, number one. Number two, price of commodity. So price of the commodity refers to if price increases, as a producer, I'll increase the supply in the market in order to earn profitability. If I'm the producer, I'll analyze the market. If prices are increasing, that is the opportunity for me to go and offer more for the sale and to earn more profitability. So if price increases, then supply will also increase. While if cost increases, supply will decrease. Then third, we have number of firms. So if more firms come in the market and they start production and they bring more products in the market, or commodities in the market, it will increase the supply. And if there are less firms in the market, it will decrease the supply. Then we have technology. If we take a look, the technology is continuously evolving and it is becoming efficient for the firms so that firms can produce in bulk quantities. So mass production is possible nowadays. So if there is a change in the technology, it will increase the supply. If technology is not changing, that is same, so supply will not change at all. So dear students, these were the determinants or assumptions of the law of supply. So supply schedule. As we know, there is positive relationship between the price and the quantity supply. So price is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So when price increases, quantity supply increases. So quantity supply is 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. So you can see this schedule as well. So now just plot this schedule in the graph. This is quite simple. It shows the straight line because when price is 1, quantity supplied is 2. When price is 2, quantity supplied is 4. When price increases to 3, quantity supply also increases to 6. So it shows the increasing order because it has the positive relationship. Then finally we need to understand what is the difference between change in supply and change in quantity supply. So we had already done that in our economic demand chapter as well. So now there are two cases. Number one, change in quantity supply. Number two, change in supply. Change in quantity supply will always be due to the price. If price increase, quantity supply will also increase. So look at this graph. The two different arrows are showing. Rightward arrow is showing the extension in the supply, while the downward arrow is showing the contraction in the supply along the same curve. So extension and contraction will always be due to the price, and it will always be on the same point, on the same supply curve, supply line. While on the other hand, we have change in supply. So change in supply will always be due to other factors that we have discussed, like assumptions. If these factors change, the supply curve will shift rightwards or leftwards. If it is going to shift rightwards, it is considered as rise in the supply. If it is going to shift to the leftwards, it is considered as fall in the supply. So my dear students, I hope you understand this very basic concept of the supply. So like this video, share this video, give me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Also, click the bell icon for upcoming videos. Thank you very much.